Morning, folks. Today's soap is brought to us from Phoenix Artists and Accoutrements. This is Crown King line here, Speakeasy. Some of the scent notes off this one here will be rose, sage, bergamot, citrus, wood, amber. You know, all the good ones, right? It's a subtle scent. It's not I guess you might say a soft scent, if you will. It's not heavy, it's not bright or light, but it's just right there as a soft scent. Uh, Pretty nice. I think that's probably the reason why you might see it as a speakeasy as a name. And they got the matching aftershave too. I'm going to go ahead and point out just little things make a big difference to me. And this particular cap, it's got the flat spots going all the way around, making it easy for me to grab a hold of when my hands are wet, soapy. And there's the safety seal there if you're wondering. I have not popped it loose just yet to see what it smells like. And there we go. Yeah, this is very nice scent. There's what the restrictor looks like. This is a glass container, and there's no plastic restrictor there. That's all glass right there. Really nice scent, especially if you're looking for something like, say, that's a kind of an easygoing type scent. Not looking for anything bright, exciting, festive, or anything like that. I've got it whipped up here in my Crown King scuttle, and it did thicken up a little bit, kind of like what I expected. I may have to put a little bit more water in there. The knot from the Crown King, this is an older brush. I could be wrong. This might be considered one of the first ones. At any rate, I can't remember for sure. This might be, it's either 24 or 26 millimeter. I can't remember how big this knot is, but I can tell you right now, it's holding quite a bit of product right now. It's definitely in there. We're going to see how that works out. Blade of the day. Decided to spice up a little bit, if you will, in the way of blades. I went with a Personna red. This one here is considered to be platinum, and that wrapper looked an awful lot like what the box does. And I have it inside. This is the Parker Semi Slant, and you can kind of tell it's not overly dramatic on the twist or the bend, if you will. It is there, but it's not dramatic. So in other words, it's kind of, in case you might say, halfway in between just a regular head, and this one here's got just a little bit of a twist to it. Don't know how much of the blade you can see right there. Weight of this one here, it's a kind of typical Parker fashion. It's 3.4 ounces and about 4 inches in length. And it comes in, I guess you might say, 3 different flavors. This one here, as well, one with a black handle, as well as rose gold right through here. But it's probably, outside of the variant, I would say this one here is probably one of the better of the shavers out there. This one here gets really nice shaves. Already put a hot towel to the face this morning. Get started with Phoenix Artists and Accoutrements Preshave Christmas Cube. But yeah, pretty impressive shaver in my opinion. I can't remember exactly when it came out. I got a link to Super Safety Razors down below, and it mentions new in 2019, but I don't remember. I think it was later in 2019, if I remember right. In other words, I don't think it was at the beginning. It was, I think, maybe closer to maybe the fourth quarter. Can't remember for sure. It seemed like it was kind of late. I could be wrong. Time runs together sometimes. But it is a pretty nice shaver. Like I said, it's probably, especially when it comes to three-piece design, it's probably the best one they got. I do like, I think the model number is 87R. It's the twisty open that kind of sort of resembles British Rocket, maybe. I think that's the model number. I can't remember for sure. Anyhow, it's a really nice twist open. And just based on looks, that one there, to me, is the best looking one out of the whole bunch. It is a good looking shaver. This scent is, this Christmas scent, it is really nice. So if you're kind of concerned about the green color, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's kind of like when you get a soap and it's green, and it's like, whoa. No, it's not quite like that. I don't think this is the only. I'm trying to remember, I should probably have taken and written it down through my travels, looking at various different soaps and whatnot. I think there's a soap that's actually got chlorophyll in it, besides the this Preshave soap. Can't remember who it's made by. Hopefully this doesn't run all over my face. I whipped it up pretty wet, knowing that it thickens up as it sits in the scuttle when I make preparations for the shave. Now for me, it's it's what a person wants or has in the way of needs, but the regular Crown King's base works just fine for me. CK6 is nice. Yeah, there's not a thing wrong with it. It is a nice base. But this one here works just as well. But there is a difference in between the two. And it is noticeable. So it's something to keep in mind when you're looking into Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements products there. This one here, I've been waiting to do this one because I wanted to do this shave with the Semi Slant, working right in tomorrow's shave with the Parker Injector. I wanted to do them in order, I guess you might say. But this is I guess for some folks, if they're really concerned about working themselves into a slant, concerned about maybe one being too aggressive, this one here would probably be a good one to work into. It's reasonably priced. This one here is $30. I think the black handled one is still $30. And if you go with rose gold, I think it's $33 if I remember right. All that, being reasonably priced. It's matter of fact, that's how a lot of Parker's shavers are pretty reasonable. Most of their three-piece design are going to be right around the $30 mark, give or take a few dollars. Trying to think, the variant I think is the only one that is, how can you say, well above the $30 mark, and it's usually running right around the $57 mark. And when it comes to adjustables, that's a pretty good price. Boy, this shave is awfully smooth. Of course, I did go with Personna. The red ones are not, to me it seemed like the easiest place to find Personna red blades. Is the easiest place to find those on eBay. There will be a couple of websites, there'll be a few out there where you can find it, but to me it seemed like the eBay is the easiest place to find them. And as it goes for the price of the red ones versus, I guess you might say, the rest of the Personna lineup, reds are a little bit more expensive. Like I say, Crown King, I guess you might say the regular Crown King base is pretty nice, in my opinion, without even going to the CK6. When I first started buying Crown King, that was the only one I bought. In other words, when it first came out, I decided to start buying PAA at that point in time, and they still had a version before the Crown King, and but Crown King's all I know. And then of course the CK6. Anything prior to that, I never did buy any of it. Had my eye on it for the longest. Just a really nice scent. Yeah, talking about keeping your eye, I've had my eye on this one here for quite some time. I use some of my reward points, my loyalty points, to get the soap and aftershave. I really do enjoy this shaver. When I first got it and tried it, thought, wow, this has got to be the best that they got. It doesn't feel, a number of their shavers will feel like there's a blade feel with most of them. And about a medium on the aggressiveness. And their open comb, Parker's open comb 24C, I think it is was my first open comb, and I really like it. It's a great shaver. But for somebody that's concerned about considerable blade feel, this one here probably be a better one to start with. It's got less of blade feel than the 24C. 24C, 26C, both of those it's the same shaver, just different handles. Once again, one's, I guess you might say chrome, regular handle, and the other one's got a black handle. The 26C is the black handled one, the way I remember it. If you watch a number of my videos, when it comes to Parker, I'm kind of, I guess you might say, kind of a Parker fan, because for one, like I said, a lot of their products are very much budget based. They're hanging right around the $30 mark, which is a pretty good price. Usually will fit in a number of budgets. They don't have, unless you're looking at not their barber style straight razor, in other words with replaceable blades, but the actual straight razor. Besides those, all their products are pretty well budget based, right around the $30 mark. Their shavettes will vary in price, but those shavettes are, in my opinion, you're getting your money's worth out of those shavettes. I can still, my nose is still picking it up. Nice soft scent. Blade's working out rather well. Not that I didn't think it wouldn't. 4-inch length on the handle. Well, the overall handle, I guess you might say overall length. Usually, that's about as far as I care to go. 4 inches is plain long enough. Anything past that seems to get in my way. I don't have the biggest hands. There's a little bit of feedback this morning. But I think that handle, will accommodate, the larger hands, if you will. Very nice blade. Personna is my go-to blades. Pick one. I enjoy them. Whether it's the lab blue, even the I went to try a blade and picked up a Med Prep Personna blade, and even that blade there worked out pretty good. Just a tiny bit left, and that's just because I'm going through my normal routine. In other words, I'm not trying to go with a BBS, and it wouldn't take that much to go BBS with this setup. It is I would consider it an efficient shaver, but a smooth shaver also. And this does feel good on the face. It still has the, I guess you might say, in between this Crown King and the CK6, it still has, in other words, the two versions maintain that creamy feeling, even though it doesn't have tallow in it. He does mention that in the website. If you read down through there, it is a pretty slick soap for that to be a vegan soap. I could do this quite a while. Just the way it feels on my face, it feels really nice. It is one of those soaps that if you decide to forego, I guess you might say, the aftershave or whatnot, you'll be doing pretty good. And some soap makers do recommend doing that sort of thing if you're having issues with your skin. It's just forego the aftershave and just work the residual of the soap into your skin. It does feel good though. Got the Crown King alum block complete with rubber band. Almost a whole entire setup, almost in Crown King fashion, huh? Got just a little bit of stinging back over here. Just a little bit. I enjoy using the alum block because I know what it's doing for my face right now. But if I use just the alum block straight up, it has a tendency to dry up my skin. That's my skin. Where I'm at, I'm an older kind of guy, so my skin needs quite a bit of attention. And this, to me, helps keep my skin from getting too dried out. Like I say, I've tried it before. Just using the alum block, my face gets too dry. It doesn't work very well just to use that, but the combination of the witch hazel and the alum block working together seem to work pretty well for me. I have noticed a difference back when I made the switch in between using just the witch hazel and the alum block. I noticed the difference in my skin and felt like the alum block was a good way for me to go. You may not be there, especially if you're younger and your skin, your face is a lot different. How can you say? In a lot better shape than mine. You may not need both of them. You might just need the witch hazel. I had a question a while back, and I did respond to it, but if you're wondering why the witch hazel, if you have any kind of nicks, cuts, or any kind of irritation, anything that might be in the way of inflammation because of what transpired on your face, that's what the witch hazel is good for. It does help calm things down, and for me it works well, especially one that's mentholated like this one here. On the label here it says alcohol, rose, hydrosol, essential fragrance oils, aloe vera extract, glycerin. Yeah, it has all that good stuff. I do like this container, a lot like the lid, has grooves on the side to help help a guy hang on to it if you're still got a little bit of residual slickness from the soap. There is another scent that, and I'm trying to figure out exactly when I'm going to work it in. Excuse me. There is another scent that kind of falls in this particular category of being a soft scent. And if you haven't tried Lucky Tiger, the aftershave face tonic, that one there is a lot like this in the way of just being a soft scent. It's there, it's present. It's not a bright scent or heavy. It fits right along with this category that would, in my opinion, would play well with this if you decide to go with a different route. I like Lucky Tiger. Like I say, that scent is, especially for like a Sunday morning, is what it reminds me of. Had a great shave. Hope everybody's doing well. Like I say, next shave, excuse me, Sunday morning is going to be the injector, setting 5, all 3 passes, and then the next shave after that will be, I'll use the adjustment for 5, 3, and 1 if you're interested. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and smooth shaves to you.